Welcome to a Maui Music Moment. I'm your host, Randall Rospond. It's my pleasure to bring you live musicians from our Valley Isle of Maui. My thanks to Carl Rosicki, our videographer, Larry John, our producer, and Akaku TV for making this opportunity available to you, our viewers, and to the local musicians who thrive here on this island. My dear friend, Benny Uyetake, is on the show today. Brother.
Hi, Randall. How you doing, man?
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
We're close due to technical collusion, I think you can call it. I'm really thrilled to have you on the show. It's our honor and privilege to have you here. You play island-wide as a solo artist. You play with bands. You play at the jazz festivals. You're a great teacher. I've seen you bring your students out. We're going to get right into a song very quickly, and then we're going to come back and ask you more about who you are and what you do. The first song we're going to do is Makawao.
Makawao, yeah.
Can you give us a little intro on that?
Makawao was written for the spirit of the people of Makawao. I actually moved from Lahaina to upcountry Maui to haiku. I teach school in Makawao, and that's where I got the opportunity to meet the people, the kids, the kupuna, the people, the longtime residents there, got the spirit, and I wrote the song. Then the song is basically about the spirit of the people, you know, as they are part of, on earth, as I said, the state of Hawaii, and then Maui. And the whole thing is about just children, kids, people, smiles, and what it do for me. But that inspired me a lot.
Very uplifting song. Mm-hmm. Should we give it a listen?
Yes, let's do that.
All right.
Okay. Makawao, Makawao,
Makawao.
People are friendly as the friendliest people you'll ever know. And Makawao,
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 Makawao.
Our country, Maui sends aloha nui to you. Where on earth people are so happy, where heaven's skies are bright and peaceful blue, where children are filled with laughter and smiles, where each smile is saying I love you. Makawao,
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 Makawao.
Where people are friendly as the friendliest people you'll ever know. Down in Makawao,
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 Makawao.
Our country Maui sends aloha nui to you. Where on earth people are singing sweetly, when flowers and blossoms are always in bloom, when neighbors, family, and friends are always saying aloha, 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 ya owe it to you. Makawao,
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 Makawao.
where people are friendly as the friendliest people you'll ever know. In Makawao,
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 Makawao.
Our country Maui sends aloha nui to you. Makawao,
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 Makawa.
Well, people are friendly as the friendliest people you'll ever know. Down in Makawa,
Makawa.
Makawa,
Makawa.
a country Maui sends aloha nui to you. Makawa,
Makawa.
Makawa,
Makawa.
well, people are friendly as the friendliest people you'll ever know. Down in Makawa,
Makawa.
Makawa,
Makawa.
a country Maui sends aloha nui to you. Country Maui sends aloha nui to you. A country Maui sends aloha nui to you. A country Maui sends aloha nui to you.
That was Makawa.
Thanks.
Brother, what an uplifting song.
a great
It was
one.
an honor to play with you on that. It's,
By the way, I didn't tell you too that the Makawa Museum is going to highlight that song.
oh, as their kind of theme song.
Their theme song.
Oh, God, it's appropriate.
Yeah, along with Jeff Peterson and also a couple other musicians. But I'm kind of thrilled that they use Makawa as the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
very
yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, we just introduced you, played a song. Can you give us a little bit of your background? My first question to our guests is, where are you from? I kind of know that originally you're from the Big Island, if I'm correct. I hope the brain's functioning. Can you give us your projection to today? You know,
Well,
briefly,
it's a big deal because I was born and raised in Hilo, and I was born in. My parents gave me 5 brothers and 5 sisters, so I'm one of 11.
Oh.
And so that alone, I'm basically the second son who picked up the guitar. My brother Dominic, he taught me how to play guitar. Got into playing the guitar, but it was my dad who really got me playing music. And so, for my love of music, and our family loves the love of music, we had music around all the time. My dad's a great jazz historian. He influenced me a lot. From Hawaii, my dad has introduced me to many of his great friends. And some of his great friends are very, very momentous and very important in the growth of Hawaiian music in the early years of 1930s, 40s, and 50s. One of my dad's best friends was a guy named Jesse Kalima, Jesse Andres, but his name is Jesse Kalima, and he was one of the first, or if not, the first Hawaiian virtuoso of music, and ukulele. And so my Uncle Jesse would come to our house all the time, and Connie Kapila and I learned how to play. Some great people, like a guy named Lucky
Real
Luck.
deal.
A real deal. Lucky Luck would come. Don Ho has come to our house. People of that nature has come, and at the same time, I have gone to Uncle Jesse's home, where I had a chance to meet Ata Isaacs and Andy Cummings, and people of that note, including Gabby Pahinui.
Yeah.
You know, that was when I was a little kid.
The royalty of
So my
Hawaiian
dad knew a lot of these people. You know,
Your
so,
history goes back, if I'm not correct. You were
Yeah.
mentioning that
Yeah.
your grandfather
Yeah.
was crucial.
Yeah.
Maybe we should pick that up after our next song.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Because we've got a lot to talk about, but we don't want to lose our
Focus.
listeners.
Yeah.
We've got another song, and being that you're from the Big Island, this song, I'm so glad you chose this because both of your songs were really exciting for me to, for one, hear and get to play on. This next song, can you please introduce it?
It's Hilo by the Bay, and if anyone knows about Hilo and know the history of Hilo, of course, in the 1960s, there was a big tidal wave that completely blasted the town of Hilo. And now the town of Hilo is half populated because of there's a lot of greenery now because they never rebuilt. So you can see from my house, you can see the beautiful bay, although the remnants of what was once Hilo town.
Yeah.
And anyway, I wrote this song called Hilo by the Bay because for that memory, and also because of the wonderful things, the memories that it brought to me, from old girlfriends to cruising around town, to go surfing, to parades, the Kamehameha Day parade, and what my mom used to cook and what I used to do. And Hilo by the Bay brings that back to me. That's why I love playing it, I love singing it.
Fantastic. You know, it brings it back to you, and then it gives it to all of us.
Thanks. Yeah, good.
Benny Uyetake with Hilo by the Bay.
Yeah.
When I left my family, start a new life, learn about the birds and the bees. And I miss that morning sun. Those days were so much fun. I miss the waves and I miss the swaying coconut trees. When I'm proud to say that I'm a Hilo born and raised, standing in the rain in the Kamehameha Day parade. Those tempting island girls, sweetest in the world. Nothing more better than the chicken heckle my mother made. I said a Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay. Proud and happy, I'm still Hilo born and raised. I spend my nights listening to the radio, on the telephone and going to that movie show. But baby, she was fine. Ooh my, ooh my, ooh my. I said I'm going back back home. I said a Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay, a Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay. Proud and happy, I'm Hilo born and bred. Oh, take it, Randall. Spent my time on the valley I said Maui's so fine, but I'm still that Hilo child. Each day my mind goes back to my hometown, my island shack. I said I'm going back home to Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay, Hilo by the Bay. On the valley Maui's so fine, but I'm still that Hilo child. Each day my mind goes back going back home to Hilo by the bay, Hilo by the bay, Hilo by the bay, Hilo by the bay. I said I'm proud and happy, I'm Hilo born and raised. Yeah, I said Hilo by the bay. Born and raised.
Once again, that was Hilo by the Bay. And hey, brother, what an honor to play on that with you. Before we went into that song, we alluded to your grandfather, who is quite a historical figure.
Yeah.
Can we briefly touch on that lineage?
Yeah, well, Dad, my grandfather moved to Hawaii in 1911 from Japan. My grandma was a picture bride. But anyway, throughout the years, they owned the store. But before they owned the store, they owned two buildings that was on North King Street. 430 and 429 North King Street. And between the building was known as Green Block, because Grandpa Guys painted a little area, like garden area, and there was a green block in it. And a lot of the local kids would come and perform. My dad's best friend, Jesse Kalima, my dad's good friend, Johnny Alameda, Sal Solomon, George Tripp, all these kind of guys used to come and jam and play when they were little kids.
These are the guys.
Yeah,
so
of course, through that, that's my dad's history. And you would hear Jake Shimabukuro, or you actually hear Herb Ota talk about Green Block when they talk about Uncle Jesse. But it's my place. It's my dad's place when he was growing up. Yeah.
That's very
cool. Yeah.
And now that Bing brings us to today.
Okay, yeah.
With Benny, I can't run through everything you do these days, but you're performing out as a solo artist. You play with bands. You do the jazz festivals with Jazz Alley, and that, which is great events that happen here in our
With
island.
great players.
And your students, huge.
Yes.
Can you give us a quick
synopsis
of where's Benny today? How do we find you?
Well, a lot of times I do things with Ken Martinez Bergmeyer and Jazz Alley, and you have worked with him.
Aloha to Kenny.
Yeah, and I've played with every except one festival, and all of these great festivals bring the greatest musicians in the world, and the only way that Ken knows how to do is bringing traditional jazz players.
Yeah,
New Orleans kind of stuff,
man.
big names, and so. I do things with them. We're going to have the Big Island Jazz Festival coming up June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the Big Island. Some great musicians.
So, that is ahead when this show plays, June 2017. This will be going on, and you will be performing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then, of course, I'm a school teacher at Kalama Intermediate School. I'm the music director. Before that, I was just a regular teacher. My content area is language arts, but now I teach ukulele. And I have 160 students in my classrooms. I'm a public school teacher. I don't teach private. I can't do that anymore. It drives me nuts. So we take every opportunity. As my professional things that I do, I usually ask the people that ask me to perform, whether it's at the MAC, whether it's with Ken, whether it's anywhere. Maybe a few of my students perform. And they share the big stage.
Yeah, I've seen you with like the ukulele orchestra.
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
A whole bunch of kids, like
over 100 kids, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So, I've enjoyed it.
So I'm doing that, and then right now I play in Lahaina at Kimos with Rock Hendricks, and the great Rock Hendricks man, he's phenomenal. So we put our brand of music. I do solo things, and I've just around the islands and have a great time doing that stuff. Along with raising my grandchildren now, 3 daughters, and my wife, and who live up country now in Haiku, and we have a great life, you know.
We are blessed.
Yeah, we are blessed, you know. And I get to meet people like you, of course.
Well,
you know, yeah.
Right back at you, brother.
Yeah.
Now, for our viewers and listeners, how can they find you performing? Your website? How can they get your music? Can you kind of give them a little?
Well,
heads up
of course, it's BennyUyetake.com, BennyUyetake.com, and then you can catch me there, and you can also catch me, as I said, Sunday and Mondays. I play with Rock Hendricks at Chemo's 6 to 8. Chemo's, by the way, houses Hawaii's great musicians, Willie K, and also the great Sam Mahia. So that's why I wanted to be there. Because be around the great musicians. And then, of course, I play right now at another place called Cool Cats. And I love playing Cool Cats. Cool Cats.
And that's the upstairs across
from the banyan tree.
Yeah.
And
what night is that?
And that's Wednesday nights from 7 to 9. So I'll be there, 7 to 9. Also, I now play at the Kaanapali Shores, and on Thursday nights, and it's from 6 to 8:30, 6 to 9 o'clock, and that's really great. And of course, I keep my weekends and certain days open for special events. And I thought that, you know, how arrogant I can be that I'm going to have special events on those days, and you know what? I have special events every Wednesday.
You deserve
Thursday,
it, brother.
You know, so it's
really
good. So I can choose the gigs these days.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's our honor and privilege to have you on this program, but for me, the big honor is you're going to join me on one of my songs called Feel a Little Higher.
Cool.
A little kind of islandy reggae version of the song.
Yep.
And since we pre-recorded the music section of this, I've got kind of an in. I'm like, he wails it, baby.
I know. It was a great song. You guys can't miss it.
We're going to check that out right now, and I think I should be tailing us up. It's been our pleasure and privilege to provide you with a little bit of local entertainment here on a Maui Music Moment. My guest, Benny Uyetake. Brother.
Thank you, Randall.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, man.
Your music. It's a pleasure to know you and an honor to play with you.
Wow, it's the same here with me. We can still say ditto even though we don't ditto anymore.
Baby, yeah. All right, this is Feel a Little Higher. We hope you feel a little higher. Our thanks to Akaku TV for airing this local music program. Our thanks to Larry John for producing. Our videographer, Carl Rozicki. I'm Randall Rospond. Aloha.
Aloha.
Well, it's been raining all morning, it came raining hot day, Lord, I got that bluesy feeling, everything's okay. Say we're gonna make plans tonight, feeling just right, call everyone along, now joining the song, so feel a little higher, together and strong, everybody keep it on. Together and strong. Every